Right, good morning guys, welcome back to FX Fabric. Today we are going to be having a top-down analysis of all the markets, and let's see where the markets are going to take us this week, because I trade mainly Bitcoin and gold in the past week, and we had a very good market. So guys, let's not waste time, let's break down these markets. Let's begin with Bitcoin. That's because it's actually what's right in front of me. But anyway, let's begin with Bitcoin. As usual, top-down analysis, you guys. We begin from the weekly, but it doesn't do any bad if we begin from the monthly and see what is going on there. What is going on with the month? Okay, guys. So as you can see on the monthly, Bitcoin entered a ranging market here, and you can see this ranging market. This was a bullish flag. If you check out my previous videos, I broke it down and made a lot of trades around this place all throughout to where Bitcoin is right now. So throughout the whole month of November, you can see that Bitcoin has been massively bullish. And looking at the fact that this market has just broken through the previous high here, you can see the previous high here, right? It broke through it, came ranged around it, and now it has just broken through it. There is a massive possibility that we are going to get something similar to this, you see. And this is on the monthly, guys. How many months did it push up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. The last time it did that, it also pushed up like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, I can't even count. This is so many months till 2015. So with what is happening, and with there are many reasons why Bitcoin is going to continue to push up. I actually anticipate it's going to go beyond 100K by the end of the year, and throughout next year, it may actually go up to 200K. You see, it may go up to 200K, if not even beyond. Why am I saying so? Reason is simple. This explanation is going to work for most of other markets I'm going to look at, but for Bitcoin, it's simple. The US government elected Trump. I don't know how many of you guys were happy when Trump was elected, but what is Trump bringing to the table? Trump is bringing tariffs. He's going to put tariffs on almost everything which is being sold in the US. European cars, Chinese goods coming into the US, anybody who is selling anything to the US is going to get tariffs. What does that mean? That means the dollar will grow stronger, and dollar growing stronger means other currencies growing weaker. So when other currencies grow weaker, with the US manipulating its dollar, that means the US is literally transferring inflation to other countries. The more they increase interest rates, the more they reduce interest rates, that means they are doing what? Transferring inflation to other countries. And once other countries, the more they realize this, they lose their trust in the dollar. The other thing of how the dollar is losing trust, the dollar has been used as a weapon by the US for a lot of sanctions. Right now, Russia has over 10,000 sanctions on it, and they can't trade with the dollar. China too has got so many sanctions. And all these sanctions are based on the US dollar as a what? As a global currency, the currency used for global trade. If the dollar wasn't used for that, then the US couldn't have the leverage to put such sanctions. So what does this all bring? This brings to low confidence. It lowers the confidence in the dollar from other states, not from the US, but from other states. Though the dollar is growing stronger, other states like Europe, Russia, China, and other countries all around, Canada and the group, they are losing interest in the dollar and becoming more worried that what if the dollars I have, they get sanctioned? What if the reserves I have in the US Federal Reserves, the bills I bought as a form of monetary reserve, what if they also get sanctioned? Countries like Saudi Arabia, they have almost all of their reserves secured in New York Federal Reserve. You see, so if Saudi Arabia does something wild and the US comes out and says, we have frozen all your assets, there is no way you can access them until you do what we want, what would happen? And that is not far from reality. That is exactly what happened to Russia. It's exactly what happened to Iran and all the other countries. So every country is looking at this very closely, and they are getting, I can't say worried, but um, they are getting very skeptic about the US dollar. So what happens? They are starting to use other forms of storage of monetary value. That is gold, that is metals, that is Bitcoin. Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin is exploding. So you'll see that the other currencies are falling against the dollar. Meanwhile, gold and Bitcoin are rising. You see. So that is just simple, guys. That is the fundamental analysis of why Bitcoin is rising. So let's break down the market itself. On the monthly, you guys, you can see clearly we've got a massive bullish engulfing candle here, which I believe is going to be followed by another massive bullish engulfing candle here through 100K, and that will be through December. So let's look through the weekly, and we've had how many? 1, 2, 3. We may actually get a fourth week here of a bullish candle, and then we can retrace maybe around to retest these levels here. We may not even reach that far, but we shall come back for a retest definitely. But I don't think it's going to be this week. And let's look at, guys, the way this market is moving is so clear that I have trend lines there, but you can even trade it without trend lines. Very clear market. Gold is, sorry, Bitcoin moves very beautifully. If you can't make money off it, I don't know what's wrong with you. Anyway, guys, so let's move straight to the 4-hour time frame. The daily, I don't think we need to see it, but from the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we've been forming these bullish triangles all along. You can see bullish triangles everywhere and breaking through them, going higher and higher. Right now, throughout this week, the last week, it retraced all the way up to this level, and after today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. Actually, throughout Sunday, Sunday evening, it got rejected around this area and is pushing up. But I believe it may come back again to retest this level, if not touch this trend line here. You can see, guys, before it will continue to push up. So that's what we see there. 1-hour time frame, I don't think there is much here we shall see, but as you guys can see, same thing. Throughout the weekend it fell, throughout last week it fell, and over Sunday it got this massive rejection, which has continued to push back up. And as I told you, at this level, throughout today and maybe tomorrow, we may get another push down below here like that, till it accumulates around this area. You see this previous high. We need an accumulation around this high for it to be able to push through. You know, anytime a market is any breakthrough to be valid, it needs an accumulation. If there is no accumulation, there are higher possibilities of it being rejected and turning into a fake breakout. So we should expect an accumulation here if this market is really going to break through and continue for the highs, and that will take maybe a few days, 2 or 3 days around this area. And I wouldn't trade it. If you're smart, you better stay away from such a market. But you know, you can always make money off it if you're careful and you're just scalping. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next market. The next market we are looking at is gold. And gold has been quite generous throughout last week. You see, yeah, let's do the same. Move on to the weekly. Actually, let's move on to the monthly. It's been longer I looked at the monthly. Let's move on to the monthly. What are we looking at? So on the monthly, guys, you can see, wow. Sorry, guys, for the lines. Let me open something different without the lines. I need those lines. I can't get rid of them. But anyway, guys, look at gold. How many months are these? Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 months. For 13 months straight, gold has been pushing high and high and high. And right now, look at this candle, this monthly candle. It is not closed yet, but there is some form of what? bearish momentum stepping in. We are not quite sure where this bearish momentum is going to take us. You can see this massive rejection here. It has rejected it back into the body of this candle, and there is a possibility that it may continue to reject it to the top here, the way the price action I see. But anything is possible, guys. But be careful with this candle. Gold scout, but don't hold your trades for long if you're buying. I had a bullish bias on gold. I still have it, but looking at this monthly candle, there is a massive possibility that it can come back to retrace around this area here before it pushes back up. You see, guys, because this is a very extended like uptrend. Look at it, very extended. The last time we had such an extended trend, you can see the range from here up to here, and we went into a ranging market. So something similar may be happening here. I'm not quite sure, but it looks like it. So guys, let's move on to the weekly. Let's move on to the weekly. And yeah, look at this. Wow. Wow. Let me go back to the other graph where I have my lines. And on the weekly, guys, no, it looks very dirty. Sorry. From the weekly, as you can see, this market has been moving on an uptrend like this. And what levels can we mark out here? Maybe we can actually start to mark out a few levels, a few important levels. There is a support zone there. Actually, that's a resistance, which turned later into a support around this area. There is another level here. I just don't want them to look dirty. Okay, guys. So there is another level there. Why did the market stop here? I would indicate it because look at how massively it got rejected from there. And then what else? I would place some trend lines. And guys, let's see. What trend lines can we get from this market? And guys, when you're drawing trend lines, always start from the wicks. You see, always start from the wicks because the market will always surprise you that it will always come and take out those wicks. And if you got in the market earlier, you know what will happen. You will lose money. Okay, so that is one line. You know, in trend lines, you can always have more than one trend line. I hope you know that. So this is our outer trend line. Inner trend line, we could draw a line from here up to here, but I'm not quite sure if it will be respected. See, another one here, and the final one around here. Sorry. And these lines can go on and on for some time, and you'll be surprised how the market will respect them. Okay. So let's see where this one goes. Okay, guys. Yep, around this area. Sorry. Nope, that is not right. I would place this around here. Let's move on to the daily. Some of these lines, we are going to get rid of them. But that is the problem with actually markets that are moving at a very massive like impulse, because the uptrend in gold has been so massive that even trend lines lose sense. Only trend lines on the lower time frame could make sense because look at all these trend lines I've drawn from below. You can see how far they have been left, and you can't tell me that gold will come back and respect these lines here. They are quite so far, you see. So that is the problem with, not the problem, it's very good actually when you're trading such a market, because it's just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and it doesn't give a shit about your trend lines. You understand? It just continues higher and higher and higher and higher, you see. So guys, let's see, can we stretch a line out here? I would be lying. Yeah, it wouldn't be right. Let's see, maybe throughout this area. Let's see, is there a line with which we can stretch out from here? I don't think so. But anyway, guys, um, let's look at, let me see the lines I drew here, because that is a problem actually with such markets. Uh, Same thing with Bitcoin, that you will draw a trend line and it will be a kilometer away from your market, that it's moving so steep that the trend line doesn't make any sense anymore, and you have to use a different strategy to trade such a market, because not always such trend lines work. So there are so many strategies: supply and demand, support and resistance levels, which they would be the best to work in that area. And for this case, you can see, guys, same thing. I drew my trend lines all the way down here, and you can see how far they were left. But right now, what is going on with gold is quite simple. You guys can see that it has pushed up. It came all along this area and retraced. Look at where it retraced. I managed to push a trend line through here. I managed to push a trend line through here, and it was a little respected, but I am not quite confident in that. But I used the 100 EMA, and yeah, you can see how it was rejected along this area. And from there, right now, what we see, the market pushed up for how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We made a lot of money from here. And you can see this massive bearish candle happening here. Where is it happening? It's happening at a level where the market broke through. So this could be a retest. So if this market, if it closes as a bearish engulfing below here, then we are waiting for it to push all the way to this level. Now, how it plays around this level will be different. Like, it will depend on how we shall trade it in the future. Because if it gets rejected immediately and pushes back up, we are still looking at an uptrend. But if it breaks through it and continues all the way down, then we are looking at a forming downtrend, which may take the market all the way to come and test these levels here. You can see these highs here. You may come back to retest these levels along this area. But if we don't push through this area below and we continue pushing up, then we are looking at a continuation of the uptrend. So guys, I gave you the explanation of why gold is pushing up. Meanwhile, other markets like EURUSD are pushing down. Simple. American economy is growing stronger and will grow stronger when Donald Trump comes. And that means weakness with other markets like the EURUSD, GBP/USD, and all those markets which are growing weaker lose confidence in gold, sorry, in the US dollar, and start investing more in gold. Let's look at the EURUSD, guys. Don't waste any much time. And you can see what I was talking about. As gold, dollar, and BTC USD rise, the EURUSD is falling, and I'm quite sure that the GBP USD is having a similar thing. GBP USD, similar effect in the GBP USD, is falling. You can see, guys, and let me see. Wow, we are going to fall for quite a long goddamn time, man. We shall fall. Oh my god. Let me draw what I predict for you guys. You can check this video later, maybe after 2 months, and tell me. We are going to fall from there all the way around this area. Well, that's what I anticipate. So guys, you can trade this market confidently, GBP USD, for sales for the next month, if not more. You can see, guys, same applies to the Euro USD. The explanation is just simple. When Donald Trump comes to power, things are really going to go crazy for Europe and for other currencies. They are really going to go crazy. This guy is going to raise tariffs on everything, from cars to food, to everything which is being shipped from Europe to the United States. And look at this, guys. This is a weekly, and you can see 1, 2, 3 weeks of falling. Today we opened with a gap here. You can see this candle in the middle. It's a gap we opened with, gap up, but we are going to close it, I believe, and maybe we may get a retracement all the way up here, but we are still pushing down throughout the whole month to this level. This is what I'm anticipating, guys. You can hold me by my words, but that's what I see. We are going to push through to this level. Whether we shall push through it or further down, I'm not quite sure, but let's see, guys. Let's see how is it on the daily. Let's the daily guys. We already had a retracement here, so there is a very massive possibility that we're going to close. So there is a massive possibility that we're going to close the gap here and continue all the way below. Okay. So which other market? US 100. And US 100 has been playing a very dirty game. Let me show you on the 4-hour time frame. I decided to stay away from it last week. Look at this. Look at this. This is so dirty, guys. If you traded it last week, I'll clap for you. But I don't trade such bullshit, guys. Look at this. There is no clear movement. It was accumulating around this trend line, and there was a possibility that it would break through, continue down, because this is a bearish what flag. So it was accumulating here, rejecting it here, rejecting it here, rejecting it here. Somebody could have made money off this, but I decided to stay away from the drama and yeah, wait. But from what I see with this gap up, there is a possibility we shall come maybe close it and then use it as a support before the market takes off to the highs. That's what I see. This market is may be continuing to go higher, and you will see something similar in US 30. US 30 has actually blown through it. Sorry, US 30. So as you can see, US 30 has already blown through this level, and I believe it's going to use this. We may actually come back and close it, but we are going to use this as a support. The gap we have here, we may come and close it and use the lower part of it as a support before we actually continue to push higher. That is what I see in US 30. So US 30, the bias is a buy. US 100, the bias is a buy. Euro USD, it's a falling market. The bias is a sell. GBP USD, we are selling. Gold, I'm not quite sure whether it's going to come through with its rate of pushing down. But guys, if you follow my Telegram channel, check out how many trades I will place, and yeah, it will tell you where my bias will be on gold. Right now, I am between a buy and a sell. I'm not quite sure. With Bitcoin, I am still bullish on the Bitcoin. So that is the market analysis, guys. Do not forget that, guys, I do trade management. I do account management. So I can trade for you. If you have money, but you don't have the experience, and or maybe you just started to trade, don't worry. You can just give me your MT5 login details. And guys, you should know that with MT5 login details, I have no access to your funds. I only have access to the trading platform. I will trade for you, and by the end of the week, we shall be sharing 50-50 of the proceeds. So guys, look for my Telegram account. Check the channel description, and you will find there my Telegram channel, and you will also find a link to my personal Telegram account. And shoot me a message, guys. Shoot me a message, then we can trade together. Okay. Subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to leave a like and let YouTube know that you like such videos. Okay, guys, have a nice trading week. Bye bye.